Celestia.
What?
I can't sleep again.
You can never sleep at the moment.
I'm sure it's not a sign of some sort of horrific trauma.
No, I don't think we
There's
should
definitely
address
gonna-
that at all.
No.
I think we should continue living in our ignorance. What do you want me to do about it?
Well, not a song.
No, you didn't like my song
No.
last time, did you?
A story?
A story. I know a story. I could tell you a story. I tell stories sometimes. That's the thing I do.
I've never heard it.
Well, you're going to hear it now.
Okay. All right. Jeffrey, come here.
Children's story. That's what it is. Look at me being child friendly.
Jeffrey's asleep. We shouldn't wake him.
No, we shouldn't. He'll wake everyone else if we wake him up.
We will.
He really will.
He will.
Okay. So, once upon a time,
That is how stories start.
always, there was a beetle,
Okay.
a bat, and a sausage, all living in a house together.
I'm going to let it go. Yep, carry on.
okay.
Continue.
You're accepting it.
I'm
Good.
accepting
It's
this.
a magic sausage scamp. Just fucking deal with it, okay?
Suspending our disbelief.
Yes, it's a fucking children's story. You can throw fire with your hands. Sentient sausage you should be able to deal with, just saying.
I worry about the
Okay.
sentience. Carry on.
They all lived in a house together and they all had specific jobs that they do to upkeep
Okay.
the house. So the
I'm
bat...
working. I'm yawning
Good.
already.
I'm very good at this. So the bat would go out every day and would, fly over the wasteland and forage for food and get wood and bring things back and do the hunting bit and all that stuff. So that was the bat's job. And the beetle would sweep all the floors and, light all the lamps and do all the upkeepy, boring housekeeper stuff, because that's what beetles do when they live in houses.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
And the sausage would cook the food.
Oh,
Because the sausage was a sausage. So she could, slither through the food and make it all greasy and give it flavour and then get back out the pan again. Yeah, I hadn't really questioned this as a child, but that's actually quite
weird.
disturbing, isn't it?
Is that cannibalism?
I mean, she wasn't, chopping bits of herself off. She was just going through the
but
food and
other food.
frying it. I mean, I suppose that's like frying food in your sweat, really, isn't it? It's a bit scary.
Oh.
Anyway, back on track, because we're
Sweat
going to get you to
dinners.
sleep. That's the objective of this story.
It's
So,
going very well.
basically, what happened was one day the bat was out flying
Yeah.
and ran into another bat, you see.
Oh.
And the other bat was, talking to our bat. They don't have names, they're just bats. They were talking to each
That's
other,
sad.
and the other bat was like, why are you so stupid? Why are you doing all these jobs? Why aren't you just letting everybody else do the work? And, why do they get the easier jobs? Why do you have to fly all the way across the wasteland? They just get to sweep the floors and make the food and all that. And the bat was like, ooh, see what you mean, actually. I could be just sweeping. I could be just, cooking the food, but I'm out here flying my little wings off and they don't even appreciate me.
Oh.
So the bat flew all the way home
Right.
to the beetle and the sausage,
Beetle and a sausage.
and the bat said, this is rubbish, this is awful.
Ooh.
Why don't we all try switching jobs? I'm sick of flying, I've had enough. Flying's hard, I don't want to do it anymore.
No more flying.
No more flying.
No more flying.
And the beetle was like, oh, come to think of it, bit sick of sweeping floors.
Oh.
Quite small, it's quite hard.
Just swap jobs.
Yeah, and the sausage was like, well, I've been cooking for ages and it's a bit weird that I have to roll around in the pan to do it. I've had enough, really. And they were like, okay, let's switch
over.
jobs. So the sausage agreed that she'd go out onto the wasteland and she'd forage for the food and
Oh, she's going
and
to get eaten.
spoilers.
She doesn't get eaten,
and-
does she?
And shush, you're getting ahead of yourself. Listen to the story. You're a child. You're supposed to be enthralled or something. and the beetle decided that she would cook the food,
Okay.
and the bat decided that she was going to sweep the floor and do the fires and do the lamps and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So what happened was the sausage ran out onto the wasteland. We don't know on what legs. We're honestly not sure at this
No.
point. But ran out onto the wasteland
Rolled?
and
Rolled out.
maybe rolled. Maybe slithered. We don't know.
slithered. Did
Slithering
slither?
does happen through the pan, so
Then
possibly
maybe
slithered.
slithering.
Either way, the sausage got eaten and died.
Just like that?
Yeah, just
What?
died. Just died. There's no
What?
build up. It just
What?
happened.
Okay, well,
And,
what?
And then the beetle. While this was happening, this is all happening at the same time. It's very dramatic. It's the climax of the story.
Yeah.
The beetle decided to, cook, because that was the idea. That's what I said.
Yeah, lots
the
of
beetle
legs. You'd think
climbed onto the edge of the pan and tried to do what the sausage did and roll through the food and season it and be the grease and all that. And it doesn't work if you're not a fictional sausage.
No.
So unfortunately, the beetle was cooked and
What?
died.
The beetle died too.
Yeah, and then the
Well,
bat.
at least the bat's okay.
Was left sweeping the floors and
Yeah.
doing the fires, but the thing is the bat doesn't have any hands because it's a fucking bat. So the bat starved and died.
What?
And
Why did it just go get food?
Moral of the story is that we should all stay in our place.
That's a terrible moral.
I was brought up in a really bad place, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Night!
What? No! That's not helpful.